But some of the craziest stuff I seen though, I seen someone masturbating in their car driving down the road.
What's the most miles possible in one day?
Do you think trucking is better in America right now with Trump being in office or worse? What would you say Dayton is like on the road?
Get out! They got soft hands. Yeah. They ain't a driver.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today's video, we're doing something a little bit different. Me, Dennis, and Earth behind the camera are going over to the pilot here in Jacksonville to see what the truckers got to say. Let's jump straight into it. Got a victim over here. He's waiting to get his fuel tank filled up. I know he got time. Excuse me, boss. I see you got a nice truck. I just got a question for you.
What's up?
What's the difference between a truck driver and a steering wheel holder?
Who knows how to take care of the truck rather than just drive how they want to drive and make sure they're safe on the road.
Hey brother, you mind being on in a short video for us, man? We do a little bit of content for trucking. We got a big content page for trucking. Just ask a couple questions.
Alright.
How long you been driving for, brother?
About 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
And what's one of the craziest things you ever seen on the road? Any of the worst predicaments you've been a part of?
Ooh, man. Probably I was in New York and I saw somebody slide down the hill from all the ice and snow. That's probably like the worst things I've seen. But some of the craziest stuff I've seen though, I seen someone masturbating in their car driving down the road. That is some of the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. But you see all kinds of stuff being out here on this road, but, man. It's worth it though.
Excuse me, boss. Are you a trainer? Yeah. What's the problem, you think, with the new school drivers?
There's just so many people, it's hard to say.
Really?
I mean, those people do good though.
We got a lot of old school drivers. They say the new generation, they don't want to learn.
I don't know, we're not having too much problem.
Really?
Yeah, we're good guys. Yeah.
Is 1,800 miles
Truck
possible?
driving's not for everybody though.
Can you do 1,800 in a night?
In a night?
No?
No. Not unless you got a jet engine on that thing.
Are you a female truck driver?
Of course.
Can I talk to you and do a 2-minute interview with you? We got a big Instagram page and we haven't interviewed a woman in a long time.
Oh.
And you got the slugs in. You gonna go famous. Our last interview went famous.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Y'all know I'm camera shy, so.
Oh no, that camera ain't shy. You look good, girl.
All right, what's up?
Okay. So I just want to ask you a couple questions right now. How long have you been driving?
Almost 14 years.
Almost 14 years. And what would you say is one of the craziest experiences you had on the road?
I don't know if I'm able to say that.
Oh, you can. We're good. It's Instagram.
I was actually driving down the interstate going through Charlotte, and a guy next to me was jacking off.
How much money can you make these days as a truck driver?
Honestly, it's one of the few industries where you can literally walk out of school with a CDL and make anywhere from $50,000 to $70,000 your first year.
Doing how many miles a week?
That depends on the company and the freight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, most drivers average 15 to 2,000 miles a week. Well, some do 2,500. Just depends on how you want to run and where you're going, who you're with.
How long were you a driver?
I've been in this business 43 years.
Yeah. What's the craziest thing you've ever seen?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Right.
Yeah, that's a hard one. There's a lot of stuff that goes on. I always tell my students, imagine the weirdest thing that could possibly happen and watch.
What's one of the best weeks you ever had in logistics, gross for about a week?
Gross, probably about 2,200 for the week.
2,200?
Yeah, and that's just as a company driver. I'm sure if I was an owner op, it'll probably be double or triple that.
How much can you make these days as a company driver?
Depends on what you can do. I make commission. Depends on what you haul. Usually, low boy, auto transport, overweight, oversized can make pretty good money. Depending on where you go with it. Depending on what it is, how big it is, how wide it is. You can make good money if you do it right. Yeah.
What would you say is the worst state to drive in?
California.
And why is that?
LA area. One, you can only go 55 miles an hour through the whole state. And the way stations are always open. And traffic is always bad.
What's the best truck out there?
Nowadays, the way they're made, probably Kenworth, Peterbilt. I don't know about all the new Western Stars or anything like that, but yeah, I'm all about Peterbilt and Kenworth. So probably a W9. Yeah.
Are you team manual or automatic?
I'm manual.
Manual?
All the way. Yeah, 18 speed all the way.
Okay, real driver.
What would you say dating is like on the road? You know, having a relationship at home, or you know, being on the road. It's not easy having a family life. You know.
No, it's not easy. If your significant other is strong enough to deal with it, and you're strong enough, then it can be easy. But it's like, for me, like I don't have any family of my own, so I just make it work.
And being a woman on the road, a lot of truck drivers out here, you get seen by a lot of men that are on the road. Do you ever have any interactions with men that are trying to, you know, reach out to you or try to get into a relationship with you?
I actually had a guy when I went through Alabama. It's been probably like when I first started driving. He was actually trying to coerce me into getting into his truck, and I thought that was really creepy.
What's the most miles possible in one day?
Depends on how you drive. Company trucking trucks sometimes are governed like 67, 63 sometimes. We're governed at 75. It just all depends on how you drive. If you drive 70 miles an hour, you can probably drive 700 miles in a day. I've done it.
Yeah.
But city driving, not that much. But just depends on how you drive. Like cattle haulers, man, they'll drive triple digits. They can probably drive 1,000 in a day. So
Easy, yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I can get about 700 in a day.
What's the most miles you ever ran in one day?
Legally?
Off the record.
About 700 miles. Yeah.
What's the most amount of miles you ran in a day?
Legally or illegally?
Off the record. Off the record.
Maybe about 9 or so. Yeah, I was like, don't try this at home. Legally about maybe 5, 6, somewhere like that.
If you could change one thing about the industry right now, what would it be?
The way we treat each other. I mean the companies and each other out here on the road. My name is Drea Pace, for y'all that don't know. I have a company called Pretty Ugly Trucking, and there we focus on the retention of drivers and helping companies connect with employees. And not just employees, we're partners out here, we're family out here, and it's important. And so the biggest thing I would say is learning to love each other and treat each other right out here.
There's one truck stop you could take off of the earth. What do you think is the worst truck stop in the United States?
Ooh. I hate to say this. There's a truck stop in Savannah. It's like a Circle K or something. It is always nasty. Like, it's just so nasty, so gross.
What's the dirtiest state for a truck driver to drive through?
Let's see, dirtiest. Oh my God, Philadelphia. Like Philly to be more specific. Like, yeah, it was bad. It was trash and people out like all over the place, like zombies. I've never seen anything like that in my whole almost 14 years. Like, literally, like, I never seen that before.
What would you say is the worst state to drive in?
Oh man, Atlanta is pretty bad, but the one I've been in worse is probably Chicago, Illinois.
And is there a reason why you think Chicago is the worst state to drive in as a CDL driver?
CPD. Chicago Police Department stay up my ass. So that's why. The Chicago Police Department stay up my ass about something. But other than that, I can't stay in the city. I hate the low bridges. I hate it. I hate it. But no, in all fairness, for real, the worst state for real is probably, for me, it'd probably be Colorado. All the hills and all that, especially during the winter. I try to stay far away from Colorado as possible. But, you know, it's all trucking, so it's all good.
Do you think Trump is good for trucking or bad?
To be honest, man, I haven't really kept up with it. I don't know what exactly they're doing. I've kind of got out of the politics, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're doing, so I can't answer that.
You don't care to know either, huh?
No, I just care to make money and come home to my family. That's it. So.
Is that too much to ask for these days?
Huh?
Is that too much to ask for these days?
No.
Do you think trucking is better in America right now with Trump being in office, or worse?
The jury's still out. Jury's still out. But with these tariffs, I've done port work, I've done OTR, I've done a lot of everything, and it's kind of bad right now with everything going on. And when I say that, it's not just Trump, but it's the laws and stuff that are changing. You know, a little while ago, there was a thing where a lot of drivers got their license demoted because of the SAP program. Coming up now, there's a new thing coming out now where drivers are being stopped to see if they can read and speak English, you know. So with that stuff going on, the tariffs, a lot of the port work and stuff is changing. I guess I have to say it's getting worse. But the safety part about the reading and stuff in English, I think that's definitely important. You don't want anybody driving over 80,000 pounds next to you or your family, and they can't read the signs. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like, this country is ours. Yeah. You know, it's free for everybody.
How do you feel Trump is doing for the trucking industry? Would you say Trump is a positive or a negative for the trucking industry right now?
Honestly, I don't really focus too much on what Trump is doing right now. I don't have anything against the man or anything like that. I don't agree with everything, but I don't disagree with everything. But for right now, as long as he is helping keep money flowing in these drivers' pockets, then keep doing what you're doing.
Last question. Do you think Trump is good for trucking?
I don't think Trump's going to have a whole lot to do with it, really.
Right.
I think he's got other things that's more important. Part of the transportation, they're doing what they can, but, you know, I mean, he's over them, but I don't think he's going to have a whole lot of direct impact on it. Not really. It's not necessary. The infrastructure doesn't need to go that high.
Right. We've been on a decline for a few years now. Are we on the way back up, or what do you think?
Well, trucking's never going away.
Yeah.
Never. I mean, how many times how many Walmarts have a rail going to them? Can't do it. So trucking's never going to end. Right now we're still at a low level for need drivers. You know, so we need more people to get out there and do it. You know, but it's not for everybody. It's a lifestyle, it's not a job. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know,
People got to realize that too.
Yeah, it is. You know, you got to want to do it.
Right.
A lot of people start it, but they don't finish. They realize it's not what they thought.
Right.
People think truck drivers get out here and hold the steering wheel. No. That's one of the biggest things we hear from students. I didn't realize they had all this. They had to do all this. Yeah, they don't realize how much was involved. The second thing we hear from students is usually about their second or third week of training. Wow, you know, I have a whole new respect for truck drivers.
Yeah.
But everybody thinks we just get out here and hold the steering wheel. You got truck drivers out here doing trigonometry and geography, doing just the general everyday math that it takes to get a 53-foot trailer to go where you want it to go and not hit somebody or hurt somebody. So there's a lot involved in it.
Do a lot of new drivers give it up?
I think there's a pretty high percentage of it. Like I said, it's not for everybody, and most people, you know, usually tend to, if they last past the first year, then they'll probably stick with it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like marriage, you know, that 5-year itch. You know, if people make it past that first 5 years, they'll make it.
Hey, you ain't no real trucker unless you had 3 divorces. That's what they say.
I've been married to the same woman 42 years. Been in the business for 43. So,
okay, well,
yeah, I'll prove that one wrong.
You're an odd one out. Thank you for your time, though, man.
Yeah,
we
man.
appreciate it. Thanks for all you do.
All right, man.
And that's it for our first truck stop video. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it? Did you have fun today?
I had a great time. Let us know what y'all want to see next.
We appreciate y'all tuning in, though. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. Check out the merch. Don't forget.
You got soft hands, brother, you ain't that's a day you